It was June 2023, and the whole world was eagerly waiting for the Belmont Stakes, the third and final race of the Triple Crown. The best horses in the world were competing for the ultimate prize, but there was one spectator who was anxious for a different reason. His name was Charles Oliveira, a well-known journalist and racing enthusiast. As he walked around the empty racetrack in the early hours of the morning, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. He heard strange noises, whispers that seemed to echo through the quiet grandstands. And then he saw him, Ted Kaczynski, the infamous Unabomber, standing alone at the far end of the track. Oliveira froze, unsure if what he was seeing was real. But as Kaczynski turned and walked towards him, his heart began to race. "What do you want?" Oliveira stammered, feeling a cold sweat break out across his forehead. Kaczynski only smiled, a wild glint in his eyes. "I want to tell you a story," he said. "A story about the 24 Hours of Le Mans, a race that took place many years ago." And with those words, Oliveira was transported to a surreal world unlike anything he had ever experienced. The racetrack disappeared, replaced by the twisting, turning roads of the French countryside. He watched in awe as cars zoomed by, their engines roaring like 1,000 thunderclaps. But as he looked closer, he saw that the drivers were not human. They were creatures from another planet, their skin shimmering with an otherworldly glow. And as he watched, transfixed, he realized that the race was not about speed or skill, but about survival. For hours he watched, unable to tear his eyes away. And when the race finally ended, he was left with a newfound understanding of the world around him. He looked up to thank Kaczynski, but he was gone, leaving only a faint scent of explosives in his wake. Oliveira walked away from the racetrack, his mind spinning. Had it all been a dream? Or had he really just witnessed something incredible and inexplicable? He couldn't be sure, but one thing was clear: his love for racing would never be the same again.